Yes. And good evening. Welcome to the Highland Activity Center. It is high school volleyball coming your way tonight here in the Highland Activity Network as Valley City getting ready to take on the Central Cass Squirrels. And a pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to the Hack. Paul McDonald with you here high atop the Highland Activity Center with cameraman and technical director tonight, Beckett Ness. We appreciate you joining us on this Thursday night as Valley City gets ready to take on Central Cass in a Region 1 matchup. Both teams coming off Region 1 victories their first time through. Central Cass, they defeated Wahpeton in their opener here on Thursday night. And so that was on the Tuesday night in their Region 1 opener. Of course, if you haven't been following high school volleyball, we're back to the three-class system or the three-division system like we are in basketball. We've had that for a couple of years. Now it's in volleyball. Region 1 is the same as it is in the basketball season. We have Northern Cass, Central Cass, Kindred, Wahpeton, Lisbon, Fargo Oak Grove, and Valley City. And you look at our region, Oak Grove, Northern Cass, and Kindred are 3, 4, and 5 ranked in the state in that first Class A poll that came out earlier this week. Valley City got a taste against Kindred here on Tuesday, a 5-set victory for the Highlanders on the road against the Vikings, winning 3-2, losing 25-19 in the opening set, won the second set 25-19, then they won the third set 25-18, but then Kindred came back and won the set number 4, 27-25, sent it to a fifth set, and the Vikings won 17-15 in that fifth set. And, of course, what a night for the Highlanders and what a night for Katie Coca, the senior, 35 kills in that 5-set victory, which not just set the school record, it pretty much 1.5 times, or a half a time, however, but she really obliterated the school record. Macy Olstead back in, I believe, in the 18-19, or back in 2019, had 23 kills to set the school record. And again, on Tuesday night, Katie Coca had 35. Also that night, Kinley Suffolk tied the school record for digs with 47, a record set by Casey White. And a matter of fact, the record-tying dig was the initial pass that set up the Bryn Leak assist, that set up the Katie Coca 35th kill that won that fifth set 17-15. And speaking of Bryn Leak, in her setting, she had 48 assists. Still only 7 shy of the school record, but she had 48 assists in that victory on Tuesday night. So a great start for the Highliners. Their first match of the year, and you look at most of the teams have already played in a couple of tournaments, or at least in one tournament. They have 5, 6, 7 matches. Opponent tonight, Central Cass, 5-2 on the year. They have already played in one tournament, and they have that one matchup that they, again, were victorious here in straight sets over Wahpeton their last time out. They actually hosted a tournament called Volley in the Valley. They defeated Oaks. They lost to Linton HMB. They defeated Edgeley Cullum Montpelier. They defeated Devils Lake, lost to Mayport CG, and then defeated South Porter in that tournament. And speaking of tournaments, if volleyball is your sport and you want to see a lot of good volleyball, you come to the Hack here on Saturday as the Highliners will be hosting their Highlander Classic. 22 teams will be here from Class B, mostly from Class B. Yep, Jamestown will be sending a junior varsity team, but other than that, it's going to be mostly Class B schools and a couple of Class A schools that will be here on Saturday. And a full day of volleyball. The Highliners are in a pool with Wymer Lidgerwood and Edgeley Cullum Montpelier, and they'll be starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. They'll have 2 matches right away in the morning, and then they'll go into the bracket play. And the Highliners, if they win their pool, will probably start around noon in bracket play. But that's on Saturday. Tonight, it's Central Cass, the Highliners and the Squirrels in this Region 1 matchup. When we return on our pregame, we'll have more on tonight's matchup, the Highliners and the Squirrels. And again, tonight's coverage of Highlander Volleyball brought to you here on the Highlander Activity Network by McGough Construction. We're back with more Highlander Volleyball on the Highlander Activity Network. Bob McDonald back with you here at the Highlander Activity Center, and tonight's volleyball between Central Cass and Valley City. And taking a quick check, some other scores going on right now tonight in Region 1. Kindred, they are at Northern Cass. Kindred won the first set there, 25-19. Lisbon, they're on the road at Wahpeton, and the Broncos took that first set, 25-21. Other matchups going on in Region 1 play tonight, along with Valley City and Central Cass. Again, the Highlanders coming in 1-0 on the season, 1-0 overall, as they have only played that one match here on Tuesday night. And again, had a chance to talk with Kinley Suffolk and Katie Coca earlier today, and on the coach's corner, and they kind of got off to a slow start in that match against Kindred. We're down at one point 20-12 in the first set. They were able to battle back, make things a little bit more interesting, but lost in the end 25-19. And just a very even match last night between the Kindred and Valley City. The second set was won by the Highlanders 25-19. Then they were up 25-18. They won the third set. We're actually tied. At one point it was 19-18. Highlanders had 6 straight points to end that end that third set to win at 25-18. And then back and forth in set number 4, in which neither team really had a huge lead. I think at one time the biggest lead was 4 by Kindred, but the Highlanders came right back and tied it at 12. Then it was back and forth, and the Highlanders did have set point out 15-14, or that was actually in the fourth set. The Highlanders had set point twice in that third set, and or in the fourth set, could not do it. Kindred was able to come back, win it 27-25, and send it to a fifth set. And then in that fifth set again, back and forth early on, the Highlanders had the advantage. They were up at one point by a score of 12-8. And it was a 12-8 advantage for Valley City in the early stages. And then the Kindred Vikings were able to come back. It was back and forth. And that's where Valley City had a 15-14 lead and had set point. Kindred was able to get the defense and tied at 15. And then Valley City ended at 17-15 to win the set and win the match in 5. Coach Cynthia Clabo in her second year at the helm of Valley City. Of course, last year the Highlanders 19-15 played still in the EDC in Class A. They were middle of the pack in the EDC last year, very competitive, and I honestly think this team too would be extremely competitive in the Eastern Dakota Conference if he were still in Class A, or now as it is this year, Class AA with the new 3-class system. But the Highlanders down in that middle class, again the exact same setup that it is during basketball season, exact same teams. The Region 1 tournament actually is going to be here in Valley City come November. So there's going to be a lot of volleyball played here at the Hack this year. You're going to see a lot of teams that we have seen in the past. The Northern Casses, the Oak Groves, the Kindreds, the Central Cass, obviously Wahpeton. So you are going to see teams that we have played in the past, but now we're going to be playing them as region opponents. We'll step aside. When we come back, we've got the national anthem right around the corner. Also that first serve coming up. Valley City and the Squirrels of Central Cass coming in 5-2 on the year. The Highlanders were receiving votes in the most recent poll that came out here on Wednesday. They come in at 1-0. Back with more Highlander volleyball here from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. Bob McDonald back with you here at the Highland Activity Center as we're just about ready for our starting lineups and national anthem, and then we will get this varsity match underway. Kind of a late start tonight. You look at the C squad and JV on the JV side. The Highlanders lost the first set 25-17, then came back, won 26-24, 15-7 to win the junior varsity match. And C Squad, they lost in the 2 sets in their matchup with Central Cass. So, boy, you look at the student section. Holy Hannah, what a great-looking student section tonight. It is completely full from the floor all the way back to the ribbon that separates the lower level from the upper level. So what a great student section tonight here for the Highlanders. So we are just about set ready for volleyball, and we'll have our national anthem and our starting lineups here. First, announcements being tossed around, and then we're going to get to our national anthem. Now, our national anthem.
Broden. Number 7, Kira Gunnison. Number 8, Elena Ellenson. Number 9, Kendra Broughton. Number 13, Olivia Severson. Number 14, Brooklyn Jeffrey. And number 15, Brady Bussey. Non-starters for the Highliners, number 2, Lainey Bacalar.
Bob Donald back with you here at the Hack, and starting lineups being introduced. Take a look at the starters here for the Kindred Vikings. Abby Coppervig, along with Izzy Thompson, Whitney Mitchell, Emily Broden, Mackenzie Meyer, and Aspen Preen. The starting lineup for the Central Cass Squirrels. Head coach Dana Stansbury, assisted by Madeline Boutron, Greta Gibson, Sage Forsyth, Haley Quickschreiber, and Kim Brinkman. Now the starters here for Valley City, they will go like this. They will have Katie Coca along with Bryn Leake, Maddie Freeze, Katie Birchall, Nora Peterson, Kinley Suffolk, Sky Nielsen. Also Morgan Larson will be in the serving rotation as well here tonight for Valley City. And, of course, coached by Cynthia Clamo in her second year at the helm of the Highlanders, assisted by Vanessa Coca, Cameron Birchall, and Michelle Menace, the assistant coaches for Valley City. So there's a look at your starters, your coaches, and we are moments away from getting this one underway tonight here from the Hack Highlander Volleyball here at the Highlander Activity Network. Again, being brought to you tonight by McGough Construction. And they are sponsoring our match here this evening. First serve right around the corner. We'll be back with that first serve. The Highlanders and the Squirrels coming up on the Highland Activity Network.
And number 13, Sky Nielsen. Head coach for the Squirrels is Dana Stansberry, assisted by Madeline Bodring, Greta Gibson, Sage Forsett, Haley Pickschreiber, and Kim Brinkman. Head coach for the Highliners is Cynthia Clavo, assisted by Vanessa Coco, Cameron Birchall, and Michelle Menes. Today's officials are Kevin Morris and Jeremy Lee. Line judges are Summer Birchall and Katie Sather. Central cast from the toss and will serve. Good luck, ladies.
We are set, ready for volleyball tonight. Glad you can be with us here on the Highland Activity Network. Again, tonight's coverage of Highlander Volleyball brought to you by McGough Construction. And we have the Squirrels in their road blacks, tops and bottoms. And I was talking with one of their managers up here filming. They just got their new uniforms last year. So these are their road uniforms. Their libero, who is Kendra Broughton, she is wearing their normal home uniform. So here we go, back to serve, ready to go, Abby Coppervig, and we are underway. Suffolk delete, set, near side, Coca, first attack of the game, and the first kill, and we're off and running. The Highlanders with the set from Leak, and a 1-0 Highlander advantage. Now Suffolk will serve here for Valley City. And the right-hander sends it over, Broughton up front, Coppervig, set. Off the cross-court attacks, dig by Suffolk. Leak near side, dumped over by Coca. Now Coppervig back to the middle, sent over by Thompson. Coca to Leak. Leak middle set. Thompson with the tip near side. On the cover there was Coppervig. Brought to the far side. Attacking is Mitchell. Blocked at the net by Peterson. Coppervig back to the middle, dumped over by Meyer. Here's Suffolk. Leak with the left-hand tip. Kept alive on a nice dig by Coppervig. Attacking here cross-court and the kill. That is Emily Broden with the kill, her first of the evening. Off the free ball, we are tied at 1. Kira Gunnifson comes in to serve for the Squirrels. And the serve's on the way. Here's Leak, set middle. Peterson tipped at the net. Off the cover was Broden. Set by Coppervig. Attack Broughton goes long. Point Valley City off the attack here. 2-1 Highlanders. Now Brendan Leak back to serve for Valley City. Leak serving from right to left. 2-1 Highlanders opening set. The jump serve on the way. Broughton pass to Coppervig. Nope. Goes to the far side. Now over by Preen. Here's the cover by Freeze. Suffolk near side Coca off the swing. There's a dig by Goodipson. Coppervig set off the attack. Broden. No, they couldn't quite get the dig. And the point for Central Cass. We're tied at 2. Izzy Thompson actually going to come up with the kill there. Thompson picking up her first kill. Coppervig getting her first assist. And it's 2-2. Here's the jump serve by Meyer. On the receive, Coca. Set Leak over Peterson. Coppervig set far side. On the attack and the kill from the far side. That is going to be Thompson picking up her second kill. Assist number 2 by Coppervig. And to serve was Meyer. Here are the Squirrels on the attack and just wide on the attack far side. That evens things up at 3-3. And Coca back to serve for Valley City. Serve on the way, Broughton. Set, Broden, near side, Coppervig, free ball for the Highlanders. Peterson, Leak, back set. Prees off the attack, diving dig by Broughton and can't get the save. And Maddie Prees will pick up her first kill. Leak with her second assist. Highlanders up 4-3. Here's a serve by Coca. Coppervig, far side, Thompson. On the dig, Suffolk. Leak, set near side. Nielsen on her first attack and the kill. Sky Nielsen will pick up her first kill. Leak will grab her third assist, and the Highlanders leading it 5-3. Biggest lead here so far. And Coca with the serve. Broughton on the receive. Far side, Meyer up and over, or Thompson. Here's Coca to Leak. Nielsen gets it over, free ball with Central Cass. Coppervig, back set, the attack into the net. The attack error by Broden. Valley City with the point, they go up 6-3. 4-point run here for the Highlanders, leading by 3 in the opening set. Coca with the serve. Coppervig set far side, up and over by Thompson. Now here's Leak, setting it middle, tipped by Peterson, and a cross-court kill by Nora Peterson. That is her first kill of the night. Leak, fourth assist. Highlanders on a 5-0 run, lead at 7-3. There comes Coca at the service line. Katie will send it over. Off the receive, Gunnufson. Now Broughton, far side, Thompson. On the cover, Leak. Suffolk, backside, Nielsen on the attack, and the kill. Suffolk will pick up the assist. And that will be a kill for Sky Nielsen, her second. Timeout, Central Cass. 8-3 Valley City. They're on a 6-0 run here early on in the opening set. And an update, Northern Cass, they took the second set from Kindred, 25-20. So that match is tied at 1 apiece. Central Cass, or Northern Cass and Kindred. Kindred won the first set 25-19. And now the Jaguars win 25-20. Here, Valley City's up 8-3. 5-6-0 run right now for the Highlanders. After the Squirrels took the lead at 3-2, our first lead change. And we have had ties at 1 and 2 and 3. Valley City with control right now, leading at 8-3 here in set number 1. Coca continuing at the service line, 5 for 5 so far. And serving again from right to left. Here's a serve by Coca. Broughton on the receive. Coppervig set near side. Attacked by Broden. Nice pancake there by Coca backside, but the pass, an errant pass by the Highlanders. That'll be a point for the Squirrels, makes it 8-4. And coming into the front row will be Olivia Severson. And Brady Bossy back to serve for Central Cass. Serving 4-8 first set. Serve on the way. Suffolk receives. Leak. Set near side. Nielsen. Far corner. And that goes past line judge Summer Birchall. That's out. 8-5. Squirrels down 3 with Bussy to serve. Serving 5-8. Opening set. Suffolk. Nope. That goes off Coca. That's going to be an ace for Bussy. Her first ace of the game. And it is an 8-6 advantage for Valley City. Bussy serving. 6-8, set 1. On the way, receive. Suffolk, Leak. Jump set, backside. Peterson with the cross court and just wide. No touch. Attack error. Point Squirrels. And they have rattled off 4 in a row on themselves. and have cut the lead to 1 at 8-7. And Bussey with the serve. Leak set near side. Nielsen blocked at the net. Peterson near side. Nielsen again on the attack. Backside. Coppervig set Bussey. There's the attack. Tipped at the net. Covered there by Leak. Suffolk. Backside attacking Koka. And nice dig. Back row of Coppervig. Tipped over by Leak. Cover there is Broughton. Now back to Central Cass. Back row sent over by Gunnupson. Now Leak set middle. Tipped by Peterson. Goes off of Bussey. Gunnupson setting it far side. Thompson goes into the net. Tipped there by Freeze. Back over by the Squirrels. Free ball. We're going to have a lift. Double contact. Double contact called against the Squirrels. Point Valley City. 9-7. They lead by 2. And that'll send Nora Peterson back to the service line. Nora from the junior class sends it over. Set middle. There's a free ball for Valley City. Peterson, Leak, set middle. Attack Birchall. Her first swing of the night. Gets the kill. Katie Birchall will pick up her first kill. Leak assist number 5. 10-7 Valley City. And Peterson back to serve. Serving 10-7 here in the opening set for the Highliners. Gunnupson, Bussey backside on the set, attack, and the kill by Izzy Thompson. That's going to be her third. Bussey will pick up her first assist. And it's a 10-8 Highliner lead. Izzy Thompson, jump serve into the net. Service error. That's her first service error of the match for either team. Out comes Freeze. Morgan Larson in. She'll go back to serve for Valley City. First serve of the match here for Morgan. I have 11-8 on the board. I think it is 11-8. Yes. Cross court on the kill. That is Olivia Severson that picks up the kill. 11-9. Squirrels down 2. And now back to serve is Kendra Broughton. On the attack, Coca. Broughton to the net. And Bussey can't pick it out of the net. Kill there for Coca. That is number 2 for Katie. Leak with her 6 assists. 12-9 Valley City. Sky Nielsen now to serve for the Highliners. Over Broughton. Bussey set. Far side attack. Severson. Blocked at the net. Severson with the dig. Now pushed into the net. That's going to be an error on, that was Prian on the attack error. It was Aspen Prian. So a point for Valley City. They go up 13-9. Nielsen on the serve. Broughton. Bussey set near side. Attack by Severson. Blocked at the net. Prian gives it back to Severson. She'll dump it over. And we're going to have a lift called. Double contact called there on Prian. Another point for Valley City and an unforced error. 14-9 Highliners. Equaling their biggest lead at 5. And Nielsen with the serve. Here in the middle. Broughton gets it over. Free ball Highliners. Morgan Larson. Leak. Set middle. Coca. Attack into the net. That'll be 4 hits on Valley City. Point for the Squirrels. 14-10. That'll bring Coppervik back in. Abby back to serve. Serving 10-14 here in the opening set. On the way with the serve. Suffolk receives. Leak. Set. Coca attacking and picks up the kill. Went off the hands of Mitchell. And Broughton goes flying into the bench. Coca will pick up her 3rd kill. Leak will get her 7th assist. Highlanders up 5. 15-10. Kinley Suffolk to serve. Second time through. First rotation and serving complete. Fires it over. Coppervig set. Far side. Cross court attack. Long. And the Squirrels want to touch. Won't get it. Off the attack here by Broden. Highliners now with their biggest lead at 16-10. 16-10 Valley City. Suffolk to serve. I'm talking about this earlier with Kinley. She's got a very strong serve and is in just about every time. Here on the attack, Cross court by Mitchell. Highliners, Coca from Lake. Now Mitchell to the middle. Tipped over cross court on the cover Lake. Now Suffolk near side. Punched over, no, into the net by Coca. Point for the Squirrels. And a 16-11. Highlanders lead is at 11 or at 5. 16-11. Back in the serve, Kira Gunnufson. Serving 11-16, first set. Far side in the corner. Suffolk at the net on the return and the kill. Right there to finish the job. Aspen Prian picking up her first kill. Highlanders lead is at 4, 16-12. Served by Gunnufson. Larson to Leak. Middle, Peterson over the blockers. Now Coppervig setting it up. Thompson off the attack. There on the dig, Nielsen. Leak sets it near side. Coca down the line, and they're going to call a lift there on Katie Coca. Kind of looked like she grabbed and threw it. So the lift called against Coca. Point Squirrels down by 3 at 13-16. Gunnufson serving. Up over. Suffolk receives. Leak set. Middle. Peterson blocked at the net. There to cover Suffolk. Leak setting it up. Coca. Attack and the kill for Katie Coca. Number 4 for Coca. 8th assist for Leak. Highlanders lead by 4. 17-13. With Bryn Leak back to serve. Substitution Maddie Freeze comes into the front row. And Leak will go back to serve. And Bryn sends it on its merry way. Gunnufson. Coppervig set. Thompson attack and the kill. Izzy Thompson will pick up her 4th kill. Coppervig will get assist number 2. 17-14 Valley City. And as Mackenzie Meyer back to serve. Well, that is Preen. Suffolk, Leak, attack Coca, into the corner for the kill. Number 5 for Coca. Leak assist number 9. 18-14. Valley City up by 4. So Coca now will take the service line. Serving 18-14 first set. On the receive, Gunnufson. Coppervig set. Near side, dumped over. There's Suffolk to Leak. Near side, Nielsen off the attack. Broughton with the dig. Gunnufson, pass far side. Attacking there, Thompson. The dig is Coca to Leak. Back to Coca in the corner. Gunnufson, backside dig. Setting it up, Coppervig through the block attempt and the kill by Thompson. That's number 5 for Izzy. Coppervig will get assist number 3. Lead is at 3, 18-15. Bussey will come in and serve. Also, Olivia Severson comes into the front row for Central Cass. Bussey with the serve. Into the net. Service there. Second one for the Squirrels. Highlanders up 19-15. Now Nora Peterson serving for Valley City. Here's side. Over. Free ball for the Highlanders. Coca. Leak. Middle set. Birchall attack. And wide. Attack error by Katie Birchall. Point to the Squirrels. Back within 3 at 19-16. We'll bring Whitney Mitchell into the front row. And Izzy Thompson will go back to serve for the Squirrels. She missed her only serve attempt so far tonight. And the right-hander sends it over. Coca. Leak. Backside. Freeze on the attack. Off Broughton. That's going to be a kill for Maddie Freeze. That'll be her second. Leak with her 10th assist. Highlanders up 4. 20-16. Now Freeze will come out. Morgan Larson in. Morgan will go back and serve. 20-16. Valley City leading by 4 in the opening set. Larson with the serve. Broughton to Bussey. Far side. On the attack was Mitchell. And that's going to be a kill for Whitney Mitchell. Her first. And Bussey will pick up her second assist. 20-17. Highlanders lead is at 3. And back to serve is Kendra Broughton. Suffolk Leak. Leak middle. Tipped over the blockers and dropping it in is Birchall. Katie Burchell, her second kill. Leak with her 11th assist. Highlanders up by 4, 21-17. Sky Nielsen to serve. Again, the student section lively tonight. Construction is the theme. They're all donned in their vests and hard hats. Bussey set near side, blocked. Leaving Severson on the attack, blocked by Koka. And then the free ball tipped over by Burchell. Another free ball for the Highlanders. Here's Suffolk. Backside to Koka. Koka through the block, gets the kill off the Suffolk pass assist. 6th kill for Katie. And Kinley will pick up her 2nd assist. Highlanders equal their biggest lead at 5, 22-17. Here's Nielsen with the serve. Koka to Leak. Gives it back to Koka on the attack. Nice dig by Broughton to the net and into the net. That'll be a kill for Katie Koka, her 7th. Leak will pick up her 12th assist. Highlanders now with their biggest lead at 6 points, 23-17. Central Cass, Coach Stansbury wants a timeout. We'll step aside. 23-17, Valley City leading by 6 here in the opening set. This is Highlander Volleyball on the Highlander Activity Network, brought to you tonight by McGough Construction. There we come out of the timeout. Valley City up 23-17. Sky Nielsen back serving for the Highlanders, leading by 6. And the right-hander sends it over. And an ace. So Sky Nielsen picks up the first ace for the Highlanders. And the Highlanders with set point, 24-17. Nielsen with the serve. Here's Bussey, near side. Severson on the cover. Nielsen to Leak. Burchell is blocked at the net. Then Suffolk gives it back to Leak. Tipped over by Koka. She'll get her 8th kill. Assist number 13 for Leak. The Highlanders go on a 5-0 run to end the first set and win it 25-17. So a good start here for Valley City, winning 25-17 in the opening set. Katie Koka unofficially with 8 kills in the set. And Leak with 13 set assists. A couple of kills for Nielsen and Burchell and Freeze. And on the other side, Izzy Thompson with 5 kills, leading the way for the Squirrels. Back with the second set. This is Highlander Volleyball on the Highlander Activity Network. Well, good start for Valley City. And one of the things is circle on your stat sheet. No service errors in that first set. 1 ace by Sky Nielsen. Again, Katie Coca with 8 kills leading the way. Maddie Prees, Katie Birchall, Sky Nielsen each had a couple. 13 set assists for Bryn Lake. Izzy Thompson, unofficially of course, leading the way with 5 kills in that opening set. Abby Coppervig with 3 assists, and Brady Bosey with 2. They run the 6-2 offense. Of course, the Highlanders run the 5-1. And talking with Katie Coca earlier today about that, having the 5-1 and the 1-setter, it's nice to have that. Again, you get the consistency with the 1-setter. You know where she's going to put it. She knows how you're thinking and vice versa. And it makes things a little bit easier when you have just that 1-setter. Not that having 2 isn't good, but when you can really get into a groove when you're just working with 1-setter. That's what Coca was telling us earlier this morning on Coach's Corner. And again, a reminder, just watch if you want to watch Coach's Corner. Great show today. We talked volleyball, golf with Coach Tyler Van Bruggen, boys tennis with Coach Matt Nielsen. The boys, they are up in Grand Forks, taking on Grand Forks Red River tonight. And then they've got a busy weekend. They've got matches with Minot North and Mandan tomorrow here in Valley City up on the North Courts. And then they're going to be heading over to West Fargo Cheyenne for the Big Shine Invitational West Fargo Invite on Saturday, where there'll be a lot of teams, 12 players going for Valley City. And that will be going on this weekend. Cross country, we also talked with Elijah Drummond and Jack Sorby on the cross country team. And, of course, football as well with Coach Chad Smith and Ryer Muskie. So if you go to YouTube and go to the Highlander Activity Network page on YouTube, watch today's Coach's Corner. Here we go, starting the second set. The serve by Sky Nielsen. Broughton with the receive. Here's the attack and the kill. First swing of the set there by Aspen Preen, and she'll pick up the kill. Aspen picking up her second of the evening, 4th assist for Coppervig. And nearly 1-0 lead. That'll send Abby Coppervig back to serve, the senior. I know she's not the last Coppervig in Central Cass. I think there's a younger brother, too. There's a kill, or a ace by Coppervig. And it's a 2-0 start for the Squirrels. And the right-hander, serve on the way, receive. Larson to Lee. Coca blocked at the net. Off the attack and the kill. It was tipped at the net by Preen, but Coca will pick up her 9th kill. Leak assist number 14. Highlanders down 1-2-1. That'll send Kinley Suffolcool. And her fastball serve here to the back line. Serving 1-2. We're going to loft this one. Broughton. Coppervig. Broughton off the attack. Long. Attack error. Point Valley City. And we are tied at 2. Suffolcool to serve. And there's a little bit more juice on that one, and an ace for Suffolcool. That'll be her first ace, second of the night for Valley City. And our lead change gives Valley City a 3-2 advantage. Suffolcool, senior, off the serve. Coppervig, attack long by Preen. And the point for Valley City, they go up 4-2. Kinley, and along with Katie Coca, have committed, and they're going to be playing volleyball next year at Valley City State. Serve on the way by Suffolcool. Coppervig, set. Off the attack, Broden into the net. Attack error, point Valley City. So the Highlanders with a 5-0 run here, leading it 5-2 in set 2. The right-hander lofts it up and over, and that's going to be a lift, I'm going to guess, on Preen. I did not see an actual signal. They're going to do over. Yeah, that was an inadvertent whistle, I think. So we're going to do over. And here's Suffolcool to serve. That's a fastball. That's an ace. Kinley, boy, has to have one of the strongest serves you're going to see. 6-2 Valley City. And the right-hander up and over. Then takes a little something off it. Broughton, Coppervig, Thompson on the attack. There's the dig Coca. Leak setting it back to Coca on the attack. Hits the top of the net. Now Coppervig setting it up. Tipped down the line. Nice dig there by Nielsen. Off the attack by Mitchell. Back here for the Squirrels. Backside attack. Off the dig is Larson, and into the front row goes Kinley Suffolk, trying to go after that one after the attack and kill by Thompson, her sixth. 6-3. Valley City lead is at 3. And now coming in and going back to serve is Kaylee Broughton. Her first serve of the night. Larson to Leak. Near side. Coca attack. Broughton with the dig. Coppervig set far side. Thompson attacking. Cross court. Off the dig. Suffolk to Leak. Now Coca and the kill for Katie. Number 10 for Coca. Assist number 15 for Leak. 7-3 Valley City. One other score we're checking on is Maple River and Enderlin tonight, playing over at the Raider Gym at the Raider Activity Center, and that was a sweep for Maple River tonight. 25-19, 25-22, 25-22. Served by Bryn Leak. Here's the attack and the kill from that far side by Izzy Thompson. That's number 7 for Thompson. Coppervig with her 5th assist. 7-4 Valley City. Leading by 3. Biggest lead has been 4. Served by Preen. Tip Peterson. And they're going to call lift there on Nora. Yep. So Nora's going to be called for the lift. And Preen will serve 7-5-7 actually. On the way with the serve. Nielsen. Leak, middle set, Peterson attack through the block, gets the kill. Nora Peterson will pick up her second kill. Assist number 16 for Leak, 8-5 Valley City. Katie Coca to the service line. And up and over, Broughton with the receive. Coppervig, far side, off the swing by Meyer. Now here's Coca, attack Nielsen. Broughton, Coppervig. Set far side again, and the attack and the kill by Thompson. Izzy Thompson picking up the kill there for the Squirrels. That'll be her 8th. Assist number 6 for Coppervig. 8-6 Valley City lead at 2. Bussey will come in and serve. Severson goes in front row for Central Cass. And Bussey with the serve. Coca. Leak. Nielsen on the cover. Bussey. Broughton on the far side off the attack. Here's Leak to Coca and the kill. Leak with the back set. Coca grabs one and gets her 11th kill. 17 assists now for Bryn. 9-6 Valley City. Nora Peterson back to serve for the Highliners. And the serve on the way. Broughton. Bussey set near side. Cross court tip and Thompson with the kill. This goes a little cross court around the blockers, picks up her 9th. And Bussey will pick up assist number 3. That will send Thompson back to the service line for Central Cass, serving 7-9. Here's Nielsen receives to Leak. Pass, set, Burchell. Broughton off the dig. And Thompson back to the middle, over by Broughton. Free ball, Valley City, Coca. Leak, back, set, Freeze. And the kill, Maddie Freeze will get the kill. Her 3rd. Lynn Bryn with her 18th assist, 10-7. Highliners by 3. That's going to bring Morgan Larson in. Kindred now up 2-1 in their match with Northern Cass. They won the 3rd set, 25-17. Lisbon, they swept Wahpeton tonight. So Lisbon, their first region matchup. Here's Broughton off the serve from Larson. Bussey set far side. The attack and long. No tip. Attack error by Mitchell. And the Highlanders lead is at 4. That equals their biggest lead. And Morgan Larson back serving 11-7. They've led by 4 at 6-2, 7-3. And now 11-7. Larson serve. Broughton. Here's Nielsen to Leak. Set, backside, Coca into the net. Attack here. Point. Kindred, or to Central Cass, 11-8. Squirrels down 3. And back to serve, Kendra Broughton. The libero. And she's going to get an ace. Her first ace of the night. So Broughton serving, 9-11. A 2-point advantage for Valley City. And the ball went rolling out, and they got to dry it off. We're going to get a new ball here. Kendra Broughton, the senior libero with the serve. Larson. Leak, near side. Nielsen tipped at the net. Seppical in the cover. Leak, backside. Off the attack, Burchell. And we're going to have a net violation on Central Cass. So that's going to be called against Mitchell. Point Valley City. Highlanders up 3 at 12-9. Sky Nielsen, who's got one ace tonight, back to serve. Highlanders with 3 total, 2 by Suffolk. And Sky with 1. Here's Broughton. Bussey, set far side, off the attack. Severson, nice dig. Larson, Leak setting it up for Coca and the kill. Katie Coca picking up her 12th. Assist number 19 for Bryn. 13-9, Highlanders by 4. Nielsen to serve, 13-9. On the way with the serve, and just long. That, I believe, is the first service error for Valley City tonight. 13-10, Squirrels down 3. Abby Coppervig back to serve. And the right-hander sends it over. Suffolk, Leak, backside, Burchell, and gets the kill. Katie Burchell through the block attempt, picks up her 3rd kill. And the Highlanders go back up by 4, 14-10. So that has been their biggest lead so far, and they've had it on several occasions. Suffolk with the serve. And long, that's her first service error. Back-to-back service error for Valley City. After not having one in the first set, they've got 2 here in the second. Kaylee Broden now will come in and serve for the Squirrels, serving 11-14, set 2. Right-hander serving on the way. Back row, Larson. Leak, set middle. Peterson off the attack. Off the dig there, Broden. Coppervig setting it up, and attack error by Preen. Point Valley City. 15-11. Highlanders back up by 4. Maddie Freeze in, front row, back to serve, Bryn Leak. 15-11 Valley City. And the serve by Leak on the way. Here's Coppervig setting it up. Thompson, attack, long. Point Valley City. That is their biggest lead now at 5, 16-11. Bryn Leak serving. And the right-hander sends it up, sends it over. Diving receive by Broughton. Here's Suffolk to Leak. Set near side. Coca gets it over. Now Broughton. Coppervig set middle. Attack and the kill by Preen. I'll double check that Preen or Severson. It was Aspen. Preen gets the kill. That'll be her 3rd. Coppervig will get her 7th assist. 17-12, Valley City by 5. And now Preen with the serve. Here's Leak setting it up. Coca, look out below, gets the kill. Number 13 for Katie. Assist number 21 for Bryn. Highlanders back up 17-12. And the serve by Coca. Coppervig set middle, tipped over by Thompson. Leak with the cover. Suffolk gets it up to Coca, dropping it up and over. Just a little tip up and over for the kill. Her 14th. Suffolk will get her 3rd assist. Kinley also had 8 assists last night to go along with those 47 digs. 18-12. Biggest lead of the set for Valley City at 6. And it is now 18-13. Service error number 3 of the set for the Highlanders. The first one for Coca. Highlanders up 18-13. Brady Bussey now back in to serve for Central Cass. And the right-hander with the serve, back row. Larson, or Coca, pardon me, Leak. Cross-court attack, Peterson, and wide. Attacker on Nora. Point Central Cass, 18-14. Bussey with the serve. Long service error. Second one for Brady. Third of the match for Central Cass. Valley City back up 5 at 19-14. Here's Nora Peterson to serve for the Highliners. Broughton, Bussey set. Near side, over by Thompson. Nice dig leak. Peterson gets it to Nielsen. She'll dump it over. Now Broughton will back set. Attack blocked at the net by Burchell. Off the attack there by Thompson. Now back row Broughton. Nice sliding dig by Peterson to leak. Attacked by Nielsen. Here's a dig by Broughton. Back the other way. Thompson with the attack for Central Cass. Dig by Coca goes out. And Izzy Thompson will pick up her 10th kill. And Bussey will pick up her 4th assist. 19-15, the lead at 4. Izzy Thompson, the senior, to serve into the net. That is her second service error. 4 for the match now for Central Cass. Highlanders go back up 5, 20-15. In comes Morgan Larson. She'll go back to serve. Larson serving 20-15. Here in set number 2. Broughton receives. Bussey set, backside. Thompson on the attack, cross court, and that goes out. Attack error, Point Valley City, 21-15. Equaling their biggest lead of the match. Highlanders up 6. Larson serves. Broughton receives. Bussey tips it over by Severson. Now to the Highlanders, Suffolk. Backside, Nielsen attacking down the line, and the kill. Sky Nielsen will get her 3rd kill. Assist number 22 for Leak. Now it's the biggest lead of the set for Valley City. It's 7, 22-15. And Morgan Larson to serve. On the far side, Mitchell. Bussey, near side attack. Nice back row dig by Coca off the Meyer attack. Now Katie into the net. And the attack error, point to Central Cass, 22-16. That'll send Kendra Broughton back to the service line. Broughton with 1 ace so far tonight. Serving 16-22. Up and over. Suffolk. Leak. And no, they're not going to play that one very well. That's going to be 3 hits. Drops in. They'll call 4 hits total. Point to the Squirrels, 22-17. Kendra Broughton to serve. The senior libero serving it. Up and over for the Highlanders. There's Larson. To Leak, back set. Attack Burchell, and the kill, Katie Burchell. Number 4 for Burchell. Assist number 23 for Bryn Leak. Highlanders up 23-17. Burchell, 8 kills the other night in the victory over Kindred. Or 14 kills for me. Here's the serve, up and over by Nielsen. Cross court, dig Suffolk, free ball to the net. Central Cass off the attack, hits the top and net, rolls over, and the kill by Preen, her 4th. Bussey will pick up her 5th assist. 23-18. It should be 23-18, I believe. They got 24-18 up on the board. I think they're going to double check. It is. There we go. Thank you. Sometimes I'm wrong, but on an occasion I can be right. Here's the serve by Coppervig. Received Coca. Suffolk. Pass back to Coca. At the net. Block goes out. Block error. Point Valley City. 24-18. Set point for the Highlanders. And that will send Who to the service line. They got to do a rotation here. Nora Peterson comes in, and Suffolk is going to go back to serve. I think Coach Clabo wants to make sure everything's correct. All right. Here's Suffolk serving, set point. Broughton receives. Coppervig runs up, set middle, on the attack, and the kill by Preen. That is her 5th. Coppervig's 8th assist. 24-19, leads at 5. And now in to serve is Kaylee Broden. Serving 19-24. Coca. Leak. Back to Coca. Tipping it over the blockers. On the cover, Coppervig. Broden. Broughton gets the attack. On the dig, Larson. Leak, set middle. Peterson attacking, and the kill. Nora Peterson picks up the kill. That will be her third. Assist number 24 for Bryn Leak. And the Highlanders take set number 3, 25-19. Highlanders up 2-0. We'll take a break. We're back with more Highlander Volleyball and tonight's coverage of Highlander Volleyball brought to you by McGough Construction. Valley City taking the second set, 25-19, after taking the first set, 25-17. Again, a couple other scores we're keeping an eye on. Maple River swept Enderlin, 25-19, 25-22, 25-22. Also in Class A tonight, Thompson swept Devils Lake, 25-17, 25-21, 25-15. Lisbon sweeping Wapaton, 25-21, 25-23, 25-19. And in the fourth set, Kindred up 13-6 over Northern Cass. Again, they are up 2-1 in that one, and Kindred up 13-6 in set number 4. Let's look at some other matches. Dickinson Trinity, they were a sweep over Beulah tonight, 25-21, 25-16, 25-19. Mayport CG sweeping Park River, 25-23, 25-21, 25-21. And also West Hope Newburgh, they defeated Botno 25-14 in the first set, and the Braves lead the second set 19-16. Some other Class A scores going on right tonight. Shiloh Christian, they were sweeping tonight over Killdeer. So here we go to set number 3. Valley City up 2-0. Coke unofficially with 14 kills. Leak, 24 assists. Also, 4 kills for Katie Burchell, Maddie Breeze, Nora Peterson, Sky Nielsen all have 3. Izzy Thompson with 10 kills leading the way for Central Cass. And here is Coppervig with the serve for Valley City, or for her Central Cass. Valley City not worth it. Sapakul, Coca through the block, gets the kill. Number 15, Prococa, 4th assist for Sapakul. Pass assist, 1-0 Valley City. Kinley now to serve. Serving 1-0 here in the third set. On over. Coppervig, set middle, tipping it. On the cover, Coca. Leak, back to Coca. Through the block attempt by Preen, gets the kill. 16 now for Coca. And it is a 2-0 advantage. Here's Suffolcool with the serve. To the net, Coppervig, Preen back, nice dig. Suffolcool, Leak setting it for Peterson. Now Coppervig off the cover. Backside Broughton, attacking by Mitchell. Diving dig, back row is Larson. Suffolcool to Coca. Broughton with the dig, that goes into the bench, into the crowd, and another kill for Katie Coca, number 17. And assist number 5 for Kinley Suffolcool. 3-0. Highliners leading here in the third set. And Kinley Suffolcool will serve. Thompson Copperbeck near side. Mitchell. That'll be 4 hits on Central Cass. And the Highlanders jumping out to a 4-0 start here in set number 3. Sefakul back to serve for Valley City. Serve on the way. Thompson. Copperbeck. Tipped over Preen. On the cover. Leak. Tipped over Peterson. And they're going to call net violation on Aspen Preen. Point Valley City. Highlanders up 5-0 here in set number 3. Kinley Sefakul back to serve. Serves it over and long. That is service error number 2 on Kinley. Number 4 for Valley City as a team. And Central Cass dents the scoreboard 5-1. That'll send Kira Gunnupson back to serve. Her and Kaylee Broden switch off in that spot on the rotation. Larson, leak, tipped at the net, and they're going to call lit there on Nora Peterson. Point to the Squirrels, 5-2 Central Cass. Gunnupson to serve. Kira, senior. There's Larson, receives. Leak, back to the middle, over by Peterson. Preen, Copperbeck, far side, Thompson. Off the dig, Nielsen to Sefakul, tipped over Coca, and they're going to have a net violation there on Preen again. A net violation on Central Cass, Point Valley City. And it's 6-2, Highlanders. That'll bring Maddie Freeze to the front row, and back to serve Bryn Leak. Leak serving 6-2 here in the third set. Broughton receives to Copperbeck. Off the attack, Preen at the net, picked out. Peterson, Leak to Coca. Broughton with the dig to the back wall, kill. Coca, kill number 18, assist number 25 for Bryn Leak. 7-2. Valley City lead is at 5. That equals their biggest lead of the set. Leak with the serve. Broughton to the net, ace. Bryn will pick up her first ace, 4th of the night for Valley City. 8-2 Highlanders by 6. Bryn Leak to serve. Broughton, Copperbeck. Breen over. Here's Nielsen on the dig. Back set, Leak, attack freeze. Broughton with the dig. Kept alive in the middle by Gunnupson, over by Preen. Here's Valley City, Sefakul. Leak set, Coca attack, and the kill. Ooh, they say wide. Okay, line judge right there, and she is Johnny on the spot. The attack error makes it 8-3. She had the best angle of all of us. 8-3, now Preen to serve here for Central Cass. And the receive is out by Nielsen. That'll be an ace for Aspen Preen, her first. The lead at 4 for Valley City, 8-4. Preen to serve. On the way. Leak. Coca. Attack. Gunnupson. Copperbeck setting it up for Thompson and the kill. Izzy Thompson will pick up the kill. That'll be her 11th. And Abby Copperbeck gets her 9th assist. Preen with the serve. Sefakul. Peterson. Backside Coca and the kill. Off the pass assist there by Nora Peterson. Sefakul will unofficially get her 19th kill. 9-5 Valley City. And the aforementioned Coca will go back to serve. Katie coming off the 35 kill night on Tuesday. Again, unofficially right now, sitting at 19. Serve over. Broughton. Pass to Copperbeck. Set to the net. Tipped over by Freeze. And she beat a couple of the attackers there at the net. Here's Valley City with Coca. Broughton. That's a free ball for the Highlanders. Coca. Leak. Set near side Nielsen off the block. And is going to get the kill. Sky Nielsen will get her 4th kill. Leak with her 26th assist. 10-5 Valley City. That will send Katie Coca to serve for the Highlanders. Gunnufson, Copperbeck, far side, attack Thompson, long. And are they going to say there? No touch. Attack error, Point Valley City. 11-5 Highlanders. And Coca with the serve. Gunnufson to the net. Copperbeck, set middle. Near side, actually, and the kill. Up and over by Emily Broden. That's going to be her second kill. Copperbeck will pick up her 10th assist. 11-6 in Bussey and Severson. Severson front row. Brady now will take over setting duty. She goes back row. Serve 6-11. Suffolk, Lake, Nielsen. Free ball for the Squirrels on the near side. Attack and the kill. And that is Mackenzie Meyer on the kill. That will be actually her first. And then that serve by Bussey goes long. That's her third service error. Highlanders up 5, 12-7. Nora Peterson with the serve for Valley City. Bussey set near side. Off the attack. Nice dig by Coca to the net. Tipped over. Saved out there by Leak. Attacked by Nielsen's going to go long and no touch. I don't think we've had a touch call yet tonight. 12-8 Valley City. Lead is at 4. Kindred wins the fourth set, 25-16, so they win in 4 tonight over Northern Cass. Here's Leak setting it up. Coca into the net. Attack error, Valley City. 12-9 Highlanders. In the third set, off the serve, Nielsen. Leak, back to Nielsen. Broughton. Here's Bussey setting it, far side. Mitchell down the line, right there in the dig. Leak. Now Suffolk passing off the free. She's blocked at the net. Off the save by Burchell, over by Leak. Now back to Central Cass. Bussey with the set and the tip kill by Preen. And for Aspen, picking up her 9th. 12-10 Valley City. Leading here in the third set. Here are the Highlanders. Leak. Nielsen blocked at the net. Up over by Severson. Now back to the net. Off the attack there by Burchell. Here's a free ball to the net. Breeze. Leak. Setting it. Nielsen off the cross-court attack. Broughton with a dig. Kept alive there by Thompson, and Broughton will get over. That's going to be way long. And that heads towards the garage. 13-10 Highlanders. So Highlanders up 13-10. And Morgan Larson back to serve for Valley City. Mitchell, Bussey, and tipped over by Meyer. Here's a set middle. Burchell cross court around the blockers, gets the kill. Katie Burchell, her 5th kill. Assist number 27 for Leak. Highlanders up 4, 14-10. Timeout Central Cass. We'll step aside. We're in the third set. Highlanders up 2-0, and they lead 14-10 here in the third set. This is Highlander Volleyball on the Highlander Activity Network, being brought to you by McGough Construction. As we come out of the timeout, Valley City up 14-10 here in this third set. They lead the match 2-0. Morgan Larson with the serve. Broughton to Bussey. And at the net, off the tip. Blocked there by Birchall. Pardon me, they're going to call double contact. I thought it was tipped at the net, but either way, it's a point for Valley City. Highlanders up 15-10. And Morgan Larson has been perfect on her serves tonight. There's Broughton. Bussey jump set. Blocked at the net there. There's a block by Katie Birchall. I think that's our first block tonight. A solo one for Katie. She had 7 blocks against Kindred the other night. 16-10 Valley City. Serve here by Larson and an ace. Morgan Larson will get her first ace of the match. And that is 5 now for Valley City. This is the biggest lead for the Highlanders at 17-10. That's a 5-point run here for the Highlanders. Larson with the serve, cross court, and then she gets, after an ace, she gets her first service error. 5 service errors by the Highlanders tonight. Now, Kendra Broughton will go back and serve for Central Cass. The libero, Suffolk to Leak. She'll set it up for Birchall. And gets the kill. Katie Birchall. A little soft touch, gets the kill. That's number 6 for Katie. Leak will pick up her 28th assist. Highlanders up 18-11. Served by Nielsen. Oh, and at the net, Severson blocked at the net there. Birchall and Coca with the block assists. And that makes it a 19-11 lead for Valley City. The Highlanders right now on a 7-1 run. And this 8-point lead is their biggest lead of the match. 19-11, Highlanders up by 8. We're back with more Highlander volleyball from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. Scott Nielsen to serve here for Valley City. Serving 19-11 here in the third set. Broughton receives. Severson, far side, up and over, lofting it. Here's Birchall. Leak, dropping it in. There's Bryn Leak with a little drop kill, her first. 20-11 Valley City. It is a 8-1 run right now for the Highlanders. Nielsen to serve. Long. Service error number 2 on Sky. 20-12. 8-point lead for Valley City. Copperbig in. She'll go back to serve. Brother Sam bangs basketball here at Valley City State. Abby with the seniors. Serves into the net. Service error for Copperbig. That's her first service error. 21-12 Highlanders. Suffolk back to serve. Kinley got a couple of service errors tonight and a couple of aces too. Set Copperbig on the attack. Oh, nice dig by Suffolk, but then the free ball back over and the eventual kill by Aspen Preen. Preen will pick up her 9th kill. 21-13. Preen has 9. Thompson has 11. And back to serve. Kira Gunnupson to serve for the Squirrels. Gunnupson serving 13-21. Free ball to the net and out on the attack there by Preen. Off the free ball. 22-13 Highlanders. And Bryn Leak will go back to the service line. And Leak, 1 ace tonight with the serve. Coppervik, set, Thompson, attack, and out. No touch. Point Valley City. 23-13. Biggest lead of the set here for the Highlanders. Remember, at one time it was 12-10. Served by Leak. Coppervig setting it up. Severson blocked at the net. Coca with the block solo. That is her second block, first solo, 24-13. Highliners set match point. Up 24-13. And the right-hander Leak with the serve. Attack and the kill there by Lizzie Thompson. That was with authority. That's her 12th of the night. Coppervig will pick up her 11th assist. 24-14, set point number 2 for Valley City. Preen with the serve. Suffolk, free ball to the net, and right back down Thompson. Met the ball at the net, dropped it in for her 13th kill. 24-15. Set point number 3, set match point number 3. Preen with the serve. Suffolk, Leak, set. Coca on the attack. Sliding dig back row. Coppervig, far side attack, Thompson. Here's Preen, back to Thompson, or Coppervig setting it up for Izzy. There's Coca on the dig. Suffolk, Leak setting it up for Freeze, and Maddie Freeze will get the kill and wrap it up. Her 4th kill of the night. Assist number 29, unofficially, for Bryn Leak and the Highliners. With a nice run at the end of the match, a 13-5 run, win set number 3, 25-15. So the Highliners winning it in 3 sets tonight and are now 2-0 overall, 2-0 in Region 1. We've got our postgame show coming up. Again, tonight's coverage of Highliner Volleyball here on the Highliner Activity Network, brought to you by McGough Construction. We're back with our postgame. This is Highliner Volleyball on the Highliner Activity Network. Bob McDonald back with you here at the Highliner Activity Center. Valley City winning tonight in straight sets as they defeat Central Cass 25-17, 25-19, 25-15. So the Highlanders are now 2-0 on the season and 2-0 in Region 1 play. Unofficially, we had Katie Coca tonight, 19 kills to lead the way. Katie Birchall had 6. Maddie Freeze and Sky Nielsen each with 4. Nora Peterson had 3. Bryn Leak, 29 assists tonight. Kinley Suffolk with 5 here this evening. At the service line, Kinley had a couple of aces and a couple of service errors. Sky Nielsen had 1 ace and a couple of service errors. Katie Koch had 1 service error. Morgan Larson had 1 of each, 1 ace and 1 service error. And also, Bryn Leak had an ace tonight. 5 total service aces for Valley City. Leading the way for Central Cass, Izzy Thompson with 13 kills tonight. Aspen Preen finishing with 11. Abby Coppervig with 11 set assists and 6 for Brady Bussey. Bussey had a 1 of 2 service aces. Coppervig had the other. Bussey also had 3 service errors. Coppervig had 1. Izzy Thompson had 2 service errors tonight. That's a look at the stat sheet. Of course, I don't keep digs. A little tough to keep digs when they're calling the play-by-play. But, again, another good night, though, on the back row for Valley City. And I'm sure you're going to have Kinley Suffolk up over 10 digs. You'll have also up over 10 digs of Coca. She'll more than likely have the double-double tonight as she has the 19 kills and will have at least 10 digs here this evening. So the Highliners pick up the victory. as again winning 25-17, 25-19, 25-15. They go to 2-0 on the season, 2-0 in the region. And for Central Cass, they go to 5-3 overall, and they are 1-1 in region play here after the victory again against the Wahpeton Huskies, splitting here their first two matches, losing tonight. And speaking of the Huskies, again, let's take a look at some other matches that went on in Region 1 here this evening. It was Lisbon. They swept Wahpeton 25-21, 25-23, 25-19. Kindred, they won in 4 sets tonight over Northern Cass, 25-19. Northern Cass took the second set, 25-20, and then Kindred won 25-17, 25-16. Lisbon, they were straight set winners, as I mentioned here, against Wahpeton. And Fargo Oak Grove, they did not play tonight. The Gophers are 1-0 on the year, but they were off from region play tonight. Just take a double check look at that. They are, I believe, going to be here this weekend for the Highliner Invitational. And yeah, they are off this. They were off tonight, so Oak Grove did not play here this evening. And they were the only region team that did not play here tonight in Region 1 action. As, again, winners tonight, Valley City, Oak Grove, or Valley City, Kindred, and Lisbon picking up wins in region play. Again, here's what's coming up this weekend. Valley City will be hosting the Highliner Classic, and the Highliners will take on Wymer Lidgerwood and Edgeley Cullum Montpelier at 8 and 8:55 in pool play. And then after pool play, the top teams will go into the gold bracket, and then the silver division will be the number 2 teams in each pool, and the bronze will be the third team in each. And that will be a bracket play, and we'll have coverage of all of the Highliner matches play-by-play. Of course, we'll have video stream of the entire tournament, but we will have Highliner matches play-by-play that they will have here. Again, 8 o'clock will be the first match, 8:55 will be the second match, and then probably around noon for the bracket play beginning for Valley City. Well, it's going to wrap things up tonight. My thanks to Beckett Ness, our camera operator and technical director here tonight for the Highlander Activity Network, and, of course, our executive producer up in the booth, which is also known as his home, Brian Krewald, here and tonight. And McGough Construction. As tonight's coverage of Highlander Volleyball brought to you by McGough Construction. The Highlanders win it in straight sets, 25-17, 25-19, and 25-15. Until our coverage of volleyball again on Saturday, Bob McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from the Hack.